Hello, Judy Latavo from the Quilting Bee in Massillon, Ohio. And I am here today to tell you about a new pattern we have developed. We are calling it All Boxed In. And it is a very friendly, fairly quick project. And so I've done one. I have a blog to show you of the one I'm working on now. And the block measures 12.5 inches. So you can see that unless you're doing a really giant economy size, it won't take long to come up with that twin or throw or queen, whatever size you're going to be going with. It's also very conducive to different cuts of fabric, and by that I mean we have included in the pattern yardage, if you want to cut your fabric from yardage. It's also very easy to do with a jelly roll or with fat quarters. So I am using 8 different fat quarters for my print, and I will have 3 of each of the 8. And so it's going to give me a nice variety. Once you have cut your strips and done your subcutting, I suggest that you lay them out on a design board. You know, I'm big on design boards. And I've laid them out according to the sequence that I will use them. They're all still labeled. They're labeled A through K. So I know A and B, and then I'm going to go to C and then D, but they are laid out in order. So that will help me be picking up the next piece of my block and help me also orient that piece in the right place. But I have some tips, some suggestions to share with you. So I'm going to change the focus of the camera and be right back. Now that I'm ready to start piecing, I have moved my letters next to the stack of that particular cut. I don't want to keep taking the pin and putting the pin back. And if my board were a little larger, that would be a little easier to see. But you know, we have what we have, so that there you go. But I'm going to start. So I'm starting with taking an A and a B, and as with any, we're going to match them up, all 4 sides, not just our seam side, but we want it to be meeting and accurate all the way around. And a suggestion is to then lightly press it. That will form a little static between the 2 pieces of fabric. Seam those 2 together. And I like to relax that seam. There's always a little bit of gathering to them. And I press after each seam. Whenever I'm using this many pieces in a block, I like to press them right away. If you're a die-hard finger presser, you do it your way. Another thing in laying it out like this is I can look at my board. Let me move it in a little bit so maybe you can see better. But you can see my prints are no longer the same. And as I work on through the project, anytime I'm not seeing the correct print fabric, I will stop and wonder, have I picked up 2 together or have I gone in reverse? So this is another thing to help keep you on track. It's important that we stay on track and stay in our correct orientation, because some of these pieces will fit in more than one place. So I want to make certain that I am always laying them where I should, and it will go like soft butter. So I wish you well. I measure after every block also, because that's the time I want to make whatever adjustments I have to make. So that's another little thought that you probably know already, but just a reminder. So that's it. All boxed in. Come on in and have a look at it.